My name is Margaret Rose George, and we're presently on the Tsleil-Waututh Nation Reserve in North Vancouver. NSC helped me in my life when I started learning how to develop curriculum. I became involved with NEC with a group of people who worked with the school board. They were really concerned because Indian Affairs was going to close down Ray Collins' school. While Ray was doing the work as a volunteer, he wasn't getting paid. I think we had about maybe 25, 30 students, and these students came every morning. And Ray Collins' little classroom was a safe place for them to go. Once we found out that Indian Affairs was going to close the school, we started collecting information and collecting like coffee and cups and teapots and coffee pots and kettles of that to bring to Ray so that he had something to offer the students in books. And every time there was a conference in Vancouver, we went after the conference was finished and we went and collected the pencils, the pens, the papers, all the leftover sugar and whatever was going to be thrown away. We picked it up and brought it to him. So it was about an 18 months research, writing, meetings, and frustration, and yelling and screaming at each other. We got it done. Our first report went to the government. I think it was 79 pages. And we got a letter back stating, "Can you put this in 3 pages, please? If you do, we will give you the money." Sort of like a bait. So we did. 5 of us got together. And we decided, okay, we're going to have an introduction letter. We're going to have what we need the funds for and what type of instructors and counselors that we need, and send it back, and we got the money. So that was good. Well, I worked in the downtown east side for over 21 years as what was called a community service worker. And that was a bucket of responsibilities. You had to be a counselor, an accountant, a writer, and you had to be able to help parents when they went to court. You had to understand the legal system. After I left working, my last job in the downtown east side was with Vancouver Native Health. So I went to UBC and got a BA in anthropology and English. And shortly after I graduated from there, I went up to SFU to work as their elder in residence with the First Nations students. And I've been there about 16, going on 17 years. Well, first it was a shock because I worked with Gertie a number of years ago in the 70s, early 80s. She was one of the first Native social workers in the downtown east side. She really was a very hard worker, very dedicated, and a good role model for us who were just, I was just getting into the workforce at the time. And she really helped us, grounded us in the work we were doing. And she was always a really good friend of mine even after I left the downtown east side. She was still very influential in my work. She was my mentor. She was a leader. She was a lady you looked up to because she was sort of one of the first to do different jobs. One of the things that comes to mind for students is to understand yourself first. Know who you are. And you need to respect yourself for who you are. Be honest with yourself. So for students, they need to be committed to what they're doing. They need to be accountable. They need to be reliable and responsible. Follow what you want to learn, follow what you want to do.